So today we are going to discuss about Cognizant GenC critical reasoning section. We are going to solve some questions based on the critical reasoning section, right? So let's first quickly get a brief idea of what this section is all about. So first things first, you are going to get a total of 7 to 15 questions, all right? Now the number of questions are not final, but you can get between 7 to 15 questions. Time limit is 60 to 90 minutes, right? Now for this time, this is not a sectional time limit, but a combined time limit for the entire round. This includes aptitude, DI, verbal, logical, critical reasoning, and all other sections as well, right? So this is a combined time limit. Next, you do not have any negative marking, right? There is no negative marking for the GenC exam. And you have a sectional cutoff, right? For example, let's say if you have a total of 10 questions, so you will have to get 7 to 8 questions correct in order to pass that particular section. All right, so yes, 7 to 15 questions, 60 to 90 combined time limit, no negative marking, and there is a sectional cutoff. Okay. So to talk about the critical reasoning sections, there are 5 subsections to it where you get questions from statement and conclusion, inference, arguments, assumptions, and course of action. All right. So you have 5 topics into it, and you can get questions from either of these 5 topics combined. All right. So yes, let's move ahead. Okay. Top 3 commenters on this video will be getting free access to Prep Insta Prime. You know the drill. If you comment something great and if we think that comment is, worth sharing and it should be topped as a winner, you can get a free access to Prep Insta Prime. The comments can be about, let's say, your experience with Prep Insta or some good question that you might want to ask or some doubt or some good solution as well to any of the questions that we present to you, right? So yes, they can be ranked as the top 3 comments. So if you also get a free access of Prep Insta Prime, you are going to get a complimentary Royal Pass access of prepinsta.com as well. All right. So it's a double win situation for you. So yes, start commenting. We announce the winners on Discord and on Instagram every Friday. So if you are not following us there, do follow us, because if we pick you the winner and you don't get to know, it's going to be a bad luck for you, right? So yes, start commenting. Okay. Social media. If you are not following us on any of our social media handles, do follow us, because as I said, we give continuous updates on all the companies that start their drives, because you know that this is the ending quarter of the year. So a lot of companies have now become active and they have started their active drives. So if you don't want to miss any opportunities of getting placed, do follow us, because we do not miss out on any of the companies. We keep updating our audience day-to-day basis. All right. So yes, you can follow us on Instagram, Discord, Facebook, WhatsApp, and Telegram. All right. So let's move ahead now. We are going to start off with the questions. First thing, excuse me. First things first. How are we going to do it? I will give you a question. What you can do is set a timer for yourself so that you know if you're doing it correctly and within the time. You can set a timer for yourself. That's optional. You can pause the video, try to solve the question on your own, and then we can move on with the answer, and I'll explain it to you what the answer can be. All right, so let's get started. So the first question is based on statement and conclusion. What does it say? Due to heavy snowfall in the month of December and January, electric supply in the upper parts of Jammu and Kashmir has been shut down. Options are: some parts of Jammu and Kashmir receive snowfall more than other parts. People in the upper part of Jammu and Kashmir have to face a lot of problems in the winter season. So you have been given 2 conclusions that can be correct and might not be correct. So yes, go ahead, try to solve this question. You have 4 options in front of you, and then we will quickly move forward with the answer. Okay, I hope you have solved the question now. Let's move ahead with the answer. So let's read the statement first. Due to heavy snowfall in the month of December and January, electric supply in the upper parts of Jammu and Kashmir has been shut down. Okay, so we know that there has been a lot of snowfall in the December and January, and upper parts of Jammu and Kashmir has been shut down. Okay, so upper part, it's one part of entire Jammu and Kashmir. So let's see the conclusions. Some parts of Jammu and Kashmir receive snowfall more than other parts. People in the upper part of Jammu and Kashmir have to face a lot of problems in the winter season. Okay, let's go with statement 1 first. Some parts of Jammu and Kashmir receive snowfall more than other parts. As we can see that we have mentioned that there are there has been a heavier snowfall in the upper part. All right. So as this statement says that some parts of Jammu and Kashmir receive snowfall more than other parts. So this conclusion is evident from the statement because we can say that the upper part has received more snowfall. Hence, there has been a problem in electric supply. All right. So yes, we can say that some parts of Jammu and Kashmir receive more snowfall than other parts. So conclusion 1 is following. Second, people in the upper part of Jammu and Kashmir have to face a lot of problems in the winter season. Yes, this statement also follows. Why? Because we can say that electrical supply has been shut down and that is a reason of problem, especially in the winter season because December and January has been mentioned over here, right? So we can say that both conclusion 1 and 2 are following, right? So we can say option D, that both conclusion 1 and 2 are following. Why? Because some parts, that means the upper part of Jammu and Kashmir receive more snowfall than the other parts, and people in the upper part, especially in the month of December and January, that is the winter season, face a lot of problems in terms of electrical supply being shut down. All right, so both 1 and 2 are following. Okay, excuse me. Let's move on to the second question now. Employees of any organization who don't work properly are liable to their organization and also bring a bad name for themselves. All right, so we have been given a statement over here. Again, what you can do is pause the video, try to solve it on your own, and then resume it to see what the answer can be. Okay, let's start solving it now. Let's read the statement, the conclusions, and then we'll see what explanation can we give. Employees of any organization who don't work properly are liable to their organization and also bring a bad name for themselves. Conclusions: strict action is required in such cases. 2. Such employees should be fired from the organization. All right, so we have strict action is required in such cases and such employees should be fired from the organization. So the first statement, right? The first statement says strict action. And the second statement says fire. So, for example, let's say an X company, right? There are ABC employees. A and C are working very nicely. B is not working properly. We cannot say that B is not working at all, but employee B is not working properly. When do you fire? Like, when does an organization fire people? When the person has resorted to some unethical means, or the person has gone to some extreme level, even after giving them warnings, even after strict actions being taken. So we cannot say that, these employees are not working continuously, not working properly, even after warnings. So the first thing that an organization would do is take a strict action against that person or give that person some warning. So we are not directly firing, but warning that person, right? So we cannot fire the person directly. What we can do is take strict action against that employee, right? So we are going to go with option A, that is only conclusion 1 follows, right? So we are going to go with option A, that is only conclusion 1 follows. Strict action is required in such cases, right? You cannot fire a person directly. You need to take action first. Okay, let's move ahead now. So we have an argument-based question now. The statement is, Afghanistan is ranked in top 10 for the country with a high level of crime. Even after that, should the people who had committed crime unknowingly be treated with special treatment? All right, so you have been given a statement and you have to understand which argument supports and which argument is properly supporting the statement given to us. All right. So yes, again, please start try solving it on your own and then we can move forward with the actual answer. Excuse me. Okay, let's move ahead now. So let's see the arguments first. Yes, the people with higher system connections do not commit crimes intentionally. And statement 2 is no, it is the policy that everybody, no matter whether they have good connections in the system or not, is equal before the law. So we have two arguments. What does the statement say? That people who had committed crime unknowingly be treated with special treatment. First state argument says, yes, people with higher system connection not commit crimes intentionally. Can you, argue that like none of the people like with high system connections do not commit crimes intentionally? We can see sometimes people do commit crimes intentionally. All right, it's not always unintentional. So we cannot argue with this statement, right? We cannot say that none of the people do it intentionally. There might be people who do it intentionally, right? So we cannot take argument 1. And argument says 2 says no, like we should not give any special treatment because everybody is equal before the law, no matter if they have good connections or not, right? So yes, in a country, in a democratic country or in any country, everyone, no matter if they have good connections or not, they are equal before the law. So we have to take only conclusion or only argument 2 as strong argument and not as 1, because people can commit crimes intentionally as well. So we are going to go with option B, that is only argument 2 is strong. Okay, next, moving on. Statement, lots and lots of wild animals are on the verge of extinction due to animal poaching. Should a total ban be put on trafficking wild animals? All right, so the statement is before you and the arguments as well. Please go ahead, try to solve it. It's not going to take a lot of time. And then we will quickly move forward with the main answer. Okay, so let's move forward. The arguments are, yes, traffickers are making a lot of money. And B, no, bans on hunting and trafficking are not effective. Okay, so let's read the sentence first. Lots and lots of wild animals are on the verge of extinction due to animal poaching. All right. Should a total ban be put on trafficking wild animals? First of all, it says yes, there should be a ban. Traffickers are making a lot of money. But in the entire statements, do we see that there is a mention of making money? We don't know if the traffickers are making money or not, right? We have no there is no connection between the statement and the argument. So we cannot take this statement first. No, bans on hunting and trafficking are not effective. You cannot say that bans are not effective, right? Whenever a government puts a ban on something, it has to be very effective. You cannot say it's not effective at all, right? So again, this argument cannot be strong enough, right? So neither we know about the money, nor we can say that the bans are not effective. So both the arguments are not strong. Hence, we are going to go with option C. I'm sorry, we're going to go with option C. Neither argument 1 nor argument 2 is strong. All right. Okay. So guys, before moving forward, let me just give you a quick snippet of what Prep Insta Prime is, because we have been talking about it. And if you are going to comment good, you're going to get free access of Prep Insta Prime. But why do you want to put such hard work? You need to see what you are getting free access to, right? So let me just quickly show you how Prep Insta Prime is and how it works. So we have already updated the Cognizant GenC syllabus on our Prep Insta Prime. So you can, if you have the subscription and you've already subscribed, you can go and check our check all of the syllabus out, and also start practicing, because the exams are nearing very, very soon. So you can start practicing from here, right? You have everything in place. And if you just want to quickly see what Prep Insta Prime is, we can say that it has a quick trailer. Then you are also getting certifications, right? You are getting popular skills, you are getting a lot of things. If you only subscribe it for Cognizant, you are getting a lot of things, plus 50 courses, plus 50 companies, along with only Cognizant, right? So it's a great deal for you. So we have popular skills. If you want to learn new skills, you can do it from here. Popular languages, if you are into coding and you want to get into the technical sides, you can learn coding and languages from here. You can learn aptitude if you want to brush up your aptitude skills based on DI, verbal, logical reasoning, critical reasoning as well. You can do it from the aptitude section. Platform, if you want to prepare like exams based on platforms, you can do it from this section. Companies, we have bifurcated into service based and product based, so it is not going to be difficult for you. We have Cognizant GenC Elevate and GenC Next over here, along with all other companies. So if you subscribe only for Cognizant, you are going to get so many more companies along with it. They are service based and product based companies. You can prepare for interviews. You can start creating projects along with us. You can brush up your CS subjects, coding sections, coding concepts, and interview experiences as well. If you want to ace your interview and learn from the actual student interviews, you can do it from here as well, right? So we have a lot of things in just one place. And if you just come to Prep Insta Prime, one name is going to click to your mind, and that is Netflix. All right. And yes, our Prep Insta Prime structure is somewhat very, very close to Netflix. In which sense? In the sense that if you, for example, in Netflix, if you subscribe for, let's say, 1 year, you are going to get all of the movies and all of the new series, everything that is released lately with you in front of you without paying any single penny, right? So that is with Prep Insta Prime. For example, I told you if you subscribe Prep Insta Prime to prepare for Cognizant only, you are going to get other companies and other material, other skills, interviews, preparation, everything along with it, right? So you will never lose anything, but you will only gain. Let us just quickly get back to the questions for the time being. Okay, statement and assumptions. Now we're going to start off with statement and assumptions. Be modest even after winning. A, many people are modest after winning, and B, excuse me, generally people are not modest. All right. So yes, start solving it. It wouldn't take a lot of time. Start solving it, and then we'll quickly move forward with the answer. Okay, let's move forward now. Let's see what the answer can be. Be modest even after winning. So there is a statement that is advising you to be modest even after winning. What can you assume from this? Assume means an idea that you think can be true, but probably it's not the actual truth. All right. A, many people are modest after winning. B, generally people are not modest. Now, many people are modest after winning. This statement 1. Do you think that many people are modest after winning? Can you say it like factually? No, right? So this cannot be an option, because then there wouldn't be a statement which would advise you to be modest if all the people were modest, right? Generally, people are not modest. Again, if there were people who are not modest, no one would advise you to be modest. There must be some people who are modest, right? So neither statement 1 is following nor statement 2, right? Because many people are modest after winning. You cannot say that, because if they were, we wouldn't advise you to be modest. And generally people are not modest. Again, you cannot generalize all the people. If you are saying people are not modest, there might be some people who are modest, hence they are giving us the advice, right? So neither 1 nor 2 is implicit. So we are going to go with option D, that is neither 1 nor 2 is implicit. Okay, let's move ahead. Now we have another assumption based question. Statement: the next meeting of the governing body on COVID will be held after 1 week, right? So yes, again, you know the drill. Pause the video, solve it, and then we'll see the answer together. Okay, let's start solving the question now. All right. Assumptions number 1 is COVID will remain in the country after 1 week, and 2, the governing body will be dissolved after 1 week. So we have 2 assumptions given to us. First is COVID will remain in the country after 1 week. The next meeting of the governing body on COVID will be held after 1 week. Now, because COVID is a pandemic, do you think that it can completely disappear within a week? No, right? Even if it's lessening, it will be there for a longer time, right? So it cannot just disappear in just 1 week. So yes, COVID is going to remain in the country for 1 week, and hence the governing body will be discussing about it after 1 week, right? The governing body will be dissolved after 1 week. You cannot say if the body is being dissolved, and even if it's dissolved, it is not important that the governing body would say, oh, we have to discuss about COVID, so let's do it before we are dissolved, right? It is not the responsibility. The other body would come and do it. So we cannot say that B is like, or number 2 is implicit, but yes, number 1 is implicit because it's a pandemic and it cannot just completely disappear in just 1 week. Even if it's lessening, it can be there and it will be there. So the body needs to have a meeting on it, right? So we are going to say that only assumption 1 is implicit. Hence, option A is the correct answer for us. Okay. Moving ahead, now we have inferences. Most clothes in the malls are expensive. Okay, so you have been given a statement and 4 inferences. Quickly, please pause the video, try to solve it, see which can you infer from the main statement, and then we'll see the answer together. All right, let's start solving the question and understand what it says. Most clothes in the malls are expensive. Okay. That means, let's say if there are 1 to 10 clothes, most, let's say 9 out of them are expensive. All right, so most clothes are expensive. Some clothes in the malls are expensive. There are cheap clothes available in the mall. You can find cheap, funky clothes. There are no cheap clothes. Now, this entire statement is only talking about expensive clothes, right? It is not talking about the clothes that are cheap. So we are not going to infer anything about the cheap clothes because we don't know if the mall has funky clothes. We don't know if there are cheap clothes available in the market, and we don't know if there are no cheap clothes at all. So we are not going to infer. Now, what is inference? Inference is a conclusion, right? It's an evident conclusion. You cannot assume or you cannot argue, but you have to be true to it. So if it has not mentioned anything about being cheap or having cheap clothes, we're not going to talk about it. So we can say that some clothes in the mall are expensive, because if it's in the 1 to 10 range and 9 of them are expensive and it says some clothes, that means it can say that 8 to 10, in the range of 8 to 10, or it can say in the range of 2 to 6 are expensive, right? So we can say that some clothes are expensive. All right, within most, from let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, between most, some of them are expensive, right? So we can say in a range of 1 to 5, 2 and 3 are expensive, right? Even if 2 to 5 all are expensive, but 2 and 3 are also expensive. Right? So we can say that some clothes in the mall are expensive, hence only 1 follows. And we are not going to talk about the cheap clothes because it is not mentioned in the question about anything cheap clothes, right? So, or like only 1 follows in this answer. Hence, option A is the correct answer. Okay, next question. Again, we have a statement and inference-based question. Mr. Bajaj, dissatisfied with his child's performance in singing, sends her to another singing academy. Okay, so there is a person who is sending his daughter to a singing academy. Read the inferences given to you, understand the statements that are given as inferences, and mark the answer that is correct. All right, so start solving and we'll see the answer in a few seconds. Okay, let's start solving now. All right. Mr. Bajaj, dissatisfied with his child's performance in singing, sends her to another singing academy. Inference. The new singing academy gives better training. The present singing academy is running in loss. Now let's see the first statement. The new singing academy gives better training. Do you think that in the entire statement, there is anything about the institute or the academy not doing properly or not giving a good training, or the first one not giving a good training and the second one giving a better training? No. It just says that child's performance was dissatisfying. So we cannot say that the new singing academy will be better in training, right? So this cannot be inferred. The present singing academy is running in loss. Again, the entire statement does not say anything about the present singing academy bearing any loss or profit, right? So this cannot be inferred. Hence, neither one nor two follows. So we are going to go with option D, that is neither one nor two follows. All right. Okay, now again moving forward. Before moving forward with the questions, I'm going to quickly show you how you can subscribe to our Prep Insta Prime because we left it in the middle. Okay, so here you have a great subscription offers that we are providing at Prep Insta Prime right now. For 1 month, we have 1,999. Also, 1 month subscription is a limited period, so we don't know when our marketing team would put it down, right? So if you want to experience and see, test how Prep Insta Prime works, you can take the 1 month subscription. There are other subscriptions as well, such as 3 months for 2,499, 6 months 3,499, 12 months 4,499, 18 months 4,999, 24 months 5,499, 36 months 5,999, and 48 months 6,499. So these are the offers that we are providing. Also, all of these are limited offers. We can raise back to our initial prices anytime. So yes, if you want to avail the subscription module right now and you want to prepare for all the companies that are coming up, so you can subscribe it right away. Along with the subscription for whatever period you are taking, you will be getting a Royal Pass access to prepinsta.com as well. So if you want to practice a lot of more paid questions and practice questions and other materials as well, if you want to get everything in just one place, this is the right time for you, right? So we have also updated our prepinsta.com with the current syllabus. So yes, you can get prepinsta.com and Prepinsta Prime together. So yes, now let's just move ahead with the questions, all right? Okay, so 9th question. Statement: research has revealed that the use of digital games by students is the main reason for an increase in the sale of iPhones and a drop in the sale of books. All right. So there is a statement given to you and you have to decide what course of action would you take further, basing on the statement given to you. All right. So yes, please start solving it. Set a timer for yourself and then we'll quickly see the answer. Okay, let's solve it together now. Research has revealed that the use of digital games by students is the main reason for an increase in the sale of iPhones or any phones and a drop in the sale of books. What are the course of actions? iPhones must be banned for students. Students must be cautioned on the harmful effects of excessive digital gaming. Students must be encouraged to read books. Let's go one by one. Can you ban iPhones completely for students? No, right? So option 1 or statement 1 is not, or action 1 is not an option. Students must be cautioned. Yes, if you want to, encourage students to read books, you can caution them about the harmful effects of digital gaming. That way you can properly reduce their usage of phones, right? So this can be done. Students must be encouraged to read books. Again, if you want students to reduce their use of phones and digital gaming, you can encourage them to read books by different methods, by giving them benefits, pros and cons of reading books, and you can give them rewards for reading books. That way you can encourage them to read books. So both of these options are correct. That means action 2 and action 3 can be taken. Hence we can say that option D, both action 2 and 3 can be taken, right? That way you can help a student to reduce digital gaming and increase the reading books. All right. So along with it, we can say that option D is the correct answer. Okay. Next statement: air quality has been polluted due to the increasing number of 2 and 4-wheelers. Okay. So here is a pollution based question, statement given to you and 3 course of actions. Please go through it and then we'll quickly see the answer. All right, let's start solving it. It's not very difficult, to be honest, guys. It's very easy. Courses of action. Number 1, there should be a complete ban on the sale of 2-wheelers. Can you completely ban Two-wheelers, no, because it's going to hamper a lot of commute system for people. So you cannot ban two-wheelers. Monitoring should take place to ensure that the vehicle's owners get their vehicles checked and certified for pollution control. You can definitely do this. If you want to control pollution, you can get the vehicle owners, like pass a rule that all the vehicle owners will have to certify their vehicles with pollution control, right? So that way you can reduce the like air pollution caused by the vehicles. So like statement or action 2 can be done. Four-wheelers cause more pollution, hence four-wheelers alone can be banned from running on the roads. Again, like two-wheelers, you cannot ban four-wheelers as well, because that is not possible. That way you're going to hamper a lot of commute system, right? So two-wheelers and four-wheelers cannot be banned, but you can definitely ensure that the vehicle owners are getting their vehicles checked and certified, right? So we can say that only action 2 can follow. Right, so we can say that option B is the correct answer. That says only 2 follows, right? So it was very easy, to be honest. All right, so we have come towards the end of all the 10 questions. If you're not following us on our social media handles, do follow us on Instagram, Discord, Facebook, WhatsApp, and Telegram. Also on Discord, we have been running live classes and, live quizzes and very good interactions between the students and the team. So it becomes a cool way to interact and know each other. Also, we keep posting regular updates on the drives on all our social media handles, especially Instagram, Discord, WhatsApp, and Telegram. So if you are not following us, do follow us, and we'll be glad if you become a part of our audience. All right. And coming up next is a short video, a teaser video that would show you how we have prepared and put together Prep Insta Prime, a complete one-stop shop for all our students. So do give it a watch, and yes, thank you.